This is my barrow in 2014 when I first started shooting these YouTube videos. As you can see, it's seen quite a bit of service already. All the paint's gone, but that was my original barrow when I started shooting videos for YouTube. The barrow I had in 2014 was on its last legs. It was starting to rot, and I was about to get a new barrow when I was offered this second-hand barrow from a family friend. It had been used as part of a building project. You might be able to tell that there's cement residue around the lip of that barrow. And I had that barrow a while, and what I noticed was the tyre was looking flat, but it was also looking cracked around the walls. But I took it to the local garage to blow it up. And blew it up, exploded it. No, I didn't. It burst. I put too much air in it and it burst. So I now had this barrow that I'd been given with a flat tyre. Fortunately for me, the local milkman, who doubles up as the local scrap merchant, saw me in the garden one day, and we had a chat, and I was telling him that I needed a tyre for the barrow, and he said, I think I've got a wheel that might fit that barrow. And I thought, well, if you give me that wheel, I'll make it fit. So that particular wheel that you see on this barrow wasn't the wheel that came with the barrow originally. It's a wheel that I got given, and I fitted to that barrow. That barrow was, the last barrow you've looked at, the one I had in 2015, was about shot at when I got it. And I finished up getting this barrow. And I got this barrow in 2016. And there's not a lot to say about that barrow. It was a good barrow, except that I loaned it out to a family member who had a job to do with it, and it never came back. That barrow never came back. But the family friend did replace it, and this is the barrow that replaced it. Okay, so that was my new barrow in 2016. In fact, I had two new barrows in 2016, one that I loaned out and didn't get back, and this was the replacement. So that was my barrow in 2016. This is the same barrow, but as you can see, all the paint's off it now. I've been gardening that barrow at that point in time for well over 12 months, and as you can see, all the paint's come away from it now, but it's still a sound barrow in 2017. This is me and Molly in the garden in 2018, harvesting onions, and the barrow's still going strong. In 2019, this was me and Molly doing a potato review. There are now holes in the bottom of the barrow. I am starting to leave a trail of soil around the garden when I move it. This is my new barrow for 2020, and this is me about to harvest a bucket of red skin onions. It's now the end of 2021 growing season, and this barrow has now rusted through. It's jiggered. It's the end of the road for this barrow. The chassis and the wheel on this barrow are undamaged, so I'm going to remove and replace the pan. I have just taken delivery of a new plastic garden pan that I hope I can fit onto the builder's chassis, making a builder's barrow, garden barrow hybrid. Hey, let's give it a go. Come on. I've already removed the pan from the chassis. No point in ordering a new pan if you can't get the old pan off, is there? And that's exposed the fixing holes. There are 6 of them. The 2 at the front are for these struts, and these struts support the front of the pan, and these 4 will support the base of the pan. Right, let's do an unboxing. Here we go. That's our new pan, and as you can see, there are no holes in that pan. It's not pre-drilled, so we're going to have to drill those 6 fixing holes. Pan should sit on like this, something like that. I'll just show you that this plastic isn't brittle, it's flexible. There is some flexibility in it, so that should sit on like that. As you can see, I've turned the pan upside down. I've blocked it up at this end on some timber just to make it level, and I've sat the chassis on the pan, and it's my intention to use the existing holes in the chassis to drill the 4 new holes in the pan. Let's see how this goes. One down. I'll just put one of these fixing bolts in that hole just to keep it square, and then I'll reach across and do the other one. Two down, 2 to go. So far, so good. Let's take these out. We need to turn this over now so we can get at it. Put these in the right way around and get a nut on them. Should be able to use this coin to hold this still. Just reach in behind and locate it. Yeah, that's got it. And we'll just give this a nip with a spanner. Possibly be able to reach across and do the other one from here. Yeah, I can. How good was that? Okay, so I'll do the bottom two just the same as I'm doing these top two. So there's hardly any need to show you. That is there. Now, and then we'll fit those two front struts. So we've two more holes to drill. And they might be a bit more tricky. As you can see, the two struts don't exactly fit. So what I've done is I've made a wooden spacer. Okay, we're going to fit that spacer under these two struts, and then we're going to drill through it, and that should do the trick. Okay, just let me get this lined up and then we'll pop the drill through it. Okay, let's get the drill. That's it then. Job done. Just a couple of tightens. I may actually take these out and shorten them, but this is how to put a gardening pan onto a builder's chassis. At least this is how I've done it. Right, let's have a look at this thing. That's it then. We're ready for the next gardening year. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.